uh, what's the name? Faizan. We're just going to have the maths class right now. Okay. So if you are interested, you can continue with this one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if you are interested, you can continue. Hello, Alvina. How are you? Is I'm audible?
Good
Hello,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Rima. Hello,
Good
Alvina,
evening,
and,
sir.
and good evening, everybody. So let's start studying further. So in the previous class, we were studying the coordinate geometry. Okay. And Alvina and Rima, they both were studying that one. Okay. So let's study the same topic. Okay. And let's continue with this one. So coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. Okay. So you know that there are the 4 quadrants. That is, again, I'm just going to teach you this one that we have discussed in the previous class. Okay.
Okay.
These are the quadrants. This is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant. And this one is the fourth quadrant. Okay. Here in this quadrant, both x and y coordinate are positive. Here in this, negative x is negative and y is positive. Here in this, both are negative. And here in this, that is positive x and negative y. Okay. And every point on x-axis is going to have, let's suppose if I'm having this point, every point on the x-axis is going to have y0. Okay. Here it can have some value of x, but y will be 0. It can have some value of x, but y will be 0. Okay. So every point on x is going to have y0, and every point on y axis is going to have x0. Okay. So this, if I'm asking this point, so this point is going to have 0 abscissa and y having some value of y. Okay. Whatever the value, if it is 5 here, then it will be 0, 5. Okay. So whatever the value, it will be going to have some values. Okay. In the previous class, we have also discussed that the equations of the lines. For example, if we can say that if there is a equations of if there is a line segment, if I'm talking about there is a straight line. So in graph, we always have, okay, there's the first, there's the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, and this is origin 0, 0. This is 1, 2, 3 positive, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3 in positive y-axis, negative y-axis, positive x-axis, negative x-axis. Okay. So if I'm saying in simple, very simple word, that if you are having a straight line, okay, so it must have some equation. Okay. And how many types of lines you can draw in 2D on a copy? That how many types of line you can draw on a copy. So let's, you are having this as a copy, treat it as a copy, and you have drawn x and y axis. Okay. So you can draw a line exactly parallel to the y axis. Case 1. Either it can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here, any line. But I'm just talking about the line segment that you can draw. The first type of line that you can draw is the line segment that is parallel to the x-axis. Okay. Okay. Parallel to the y-axis. This is the first case. I'm just making this one with different color, but I choose blue color. Okay. This is the first case. Where you can draw a line parallel to y-axis. The second type of line that you can draw is parallel to x-axis. This can be here, or this can be here, or this can be here. Okay, parallel to x-axis. Okay, so I'm just choosing only single line. I'm just choosing this one. Okay, so this can be a line that is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Okay, the third type of line that you can draw is, you can draw a line segment that is exactly over the x-axis and y-axis, exactly over the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, you can draw a line segment that is exactly over the x-axis or exactly over the y-axis. Okay, this is the third type, exactly exactly on x-axis, exactly on y-axis, exactly on y-axis, dear student. Okay, and the four type of line that you can draw is an inclined line. Okay, like it can be like this. Okay, it can be any type of line that you can draw on it. Okay, like it can be like this, any line that is neither parallel to the x-axis nor parallel to the y-axis, nor exactly over the line of x-axis, nor exactly over the line of y-axis. Okay, it can be like this. Okay, okay, it can pass through the origin, it can pass here. All of these possible lines that you can draw is going to have some equation. It's going to have some equations. Okay, the line segment that you are drawing is going to have some equations. Okay, and what type of equation they are going to have? For example,
Sir, can I ask you a question?
yes,
What's the use of studying this?
what is the uses of
Where it
studying
will
that?
be where it will be used?
Where it will be used? You are just going to study if you are studying the dimension planes. Okay, in the physics. Okay, 11th 12th standard. Even you will be studying the vectors in the 11th standard. Okay, and when you will be studying projectile motion, the aircraft, other lines. Okay, so you're going to have some, when you're going to have these equations, when you study these things, you're going to study. Okay, so don't think that everything that we study, it is going to have some futures in our future life. It is interconnected with some future lives. Okay, no, everything that you are not, there can be something that we want to teach you. For example, if you learn Hindi language, if you
Yeah,
learn a Marathi language, so what is the use of that Marathi language if a student went to the USA or somewhere else? What is the use of that?
yeah,
Okay, similarly, if a student wants to study mathematics, he wants to do the engineering, then why is studying the biology? Okay, but in some field studies means, first of all, we need to teach each and every students basics of everything. He must know
yeah,
the basics of everything, because every time, for example, like the Prime Minister Narendra Modi right now is having a summit. Okay, and he must have knowledge of each and every concept. For example, there are so many times the questions is being asked that means when you are addressing a meeting, when you are just taking some interviews. Okay, so you must have some knowledge of each and every field. Okay, if you are not having the knowledge, or if you are only having the knowledge of the only field that in which you are interested, then it will not enhance you. Okay.
yeah,
For example, do you think that if you are watching a movie, so you may know something that means, for example, you are watching a science fiction movie. Okay, so you must know that if you understand better each and everything of that movie, you need to, for example, Oppenheimer is a movie that is released recently, and that is related to the nuclear bomb, the first initial nuclear bomb that was. So if you are not, those students who have not taken the science as their subject, so they will not understand the nuclear fusion, nuclear reactions. Okay, so it means the movie for them is that means it is not having any value. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Similarly, if there is a law student and a student has not studied anything about the law, so he has to move to the, so if you are studying, if you are having diverse knowledge, it will enhance you and will provide you the better understanding of the society. Okay, so we should study each and everything. Okay, that is the basics. Okay, so now moving, these equations are going to have some, these lines are going to have equations. So for example, if this line segment that is exactly over x-axis, the equation of this line will be, because on x-axis y is equals to 0, so the equation here for this line is, equation for this line should be always x, sorry, y equal to 0. Means the, if a line is passing over the x-axis, then the equation for that line will be y equal to 0, because it will have some values of x, but at every point x will be equal to 0. Got it? Understood?
no, sir, I understood.
You didn't understood. Let me explain you one more time. For example, if I'm having this line segment, that is passing through this one. Okay, like this one. So if I'm saying this is the equation for this line, that is 2x plus 3y is equals to 4. Let's suppose I'm saying that the line, this line segment is going to have this equation. Okay. So if you are having a line, it must have some equations. Okay. So there are different types of line that are drawn. The possible lines, there are only one line you can draw over the exactly over the x-axis. Another line you can draw over the y-axis. A line you can draw parallel to x-axis. A line you can draw parallel to y-axis. And other lines you can draw like this. Okay. That are neither parallel nor over the x-axis. Okay. So these lines, every straight line have some equation. So if I'm saying what is the equation of that line, that is exactly over the x-axis. Or what is the equation of x-axis? Because x-axis is also a line. It is also a line. Okay, this is also a line. So if I'm saying what is the equation of x-axis, so that is y equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, what is the equation of y-axis? Equation of y-axis. The equation of y-axis or a line, if a line is over the y-axis, okay, then what is the equation for this one? You know that on y-axis, x will be equal to 0. So we'll write x is equal to 0. Got it? Got it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, now coming to this point next, if a line is passing, this is 3y, y means 3 of y. Okay, if a line is passing parallel to y-axis, parallel to x-axis, and from 3 of y. So you know that on this line, every point is going to have y is equals to 3. The x is going to change. For example, if I'm just writing here 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. So if I'm asking you that what is the coordinate of this point? What is the coordinate of this point? So if I'm having this as 3, and if I'm asking what is the coordinate of this point, so we'll write the x coordinate as 3, but y coordinate also as 3 because it is passing through y3. Okay. But if I ask you that what is the coordinate of this point, this will the -2 of x and then +3 of y. If I ask you what is the coordinate of this point, you will write here minus of 4x means x is going to have -4, and then y is going to have 3. Okay, so every y is going to have 3 values. So on this line, every point that was, because line is made up of infinite number of points. Okay, a line is made up of infinite number of points. So if I'm saying that what should be the equation of this line that is parallel to x-axis, so through the point that from which it is passing, that if it is passing cutting the y at 3, so this equation is going to have y is equals to 3. The equation for this line is y is equals to 3. If this line is passing through like this from 2, but it should be parallel to x-axis. Okay, it should not like this. It should not be like this. If it is parallel to y-axis, sorry, x-axis, and if it is passing, this is -1, -2. So if it is passing -2 of y, the equation for this line is y is equals to -2. Got it? Y is equals to -2. So for this the equation for this line is y is equals to -2. Y is equals to -2. Okay, got it? Dima, Alvina, and
Not
Faizan.
clearly, but it's still confusing me.
It's still confusing, but when you practice, you will learn this one. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So y is equals to 2, y is equals to 3. If I'm having this line, this is my plus of y. Okay. If a line is parallel to x-axis and it is passing through this one of y, so what will be the equation of this line? Y is equals to 1. Okay. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If a line is parallel to x-axis, if a line is parallel to y-axis. Now, if a line is passing through the 3 of x, this is 3 of x, +3, and this is minus of 2, it is minus of 2 of x, okay, or minus of 2 of x, okay. So if a line that is, you know that this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and if a line is parallel to this y-axis, Okay, but passing through the 3 of x. So what should be the coordinate of this? What should be the equation for this line? It will be, it is passing 3 of x, so the equation for this line will be x is equals to 3. Got it? If a line is passing through this one, okay, this will be going to
x.
x equals to minus of 2. Got it? We are just going to discuss a very important question from this point. Okay, you understood?
Yes.
Fakiha, you understood?
Yes.
Okay. Reema and Alvina, you both understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, I would
Yes,
like to
sir.
confirm one thing.
Yes.
If a line passing exactly over x-axis, the equation is y is equal 0.
Yes.
And if the line passing exactly over y-axis, the equation is x equals 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Now moving to the next point here. Now you have taken the examples of the type of line that is passing either to y parallel to x-axis, and the other line that is parallel to y-axis. Okay, and exactly over the x-axis and exactly over the y-axis. If it exactly over the y-axis, it is x equal to 0. If it exactly on the x-axis, okay, then it will be y equal to 0. Now other type of line that could be that we're going to have, that is this type of line segments. Like this. Okay. They may pass through the origin. This is A type of line. This is another line that can pass through this one. This is B line. Okay. So this is the line B. So they must have some equation, and their equation must be in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Means it must have some value of x, some value of y. For example, in the other equation, you are not having either the value of x. Here you see that x equal to 3, there is no y. Okay, and here also that you are having y is equals to 3, but no x. But if a line is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis, and it is not only over the x-axis or y-axis, if it is having some incline, so it must have some value of x and y both. Okay, and it is form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Got it? Got it?
Yes,
You understood? Okay, now if I'm talking about the solution of linear equation, okay. So you know, if it is a single solution, means the point through which a line can pass. Okay, so if I am having this line segment, okay, this is the crystal plane, and if this is a point here, so you don't think that it is touching this point and this point here. It is cutting there on x-axis and y-axis. Okay, it is cutting on x-axis and y-axis, but the point, this point can also come in between this one. This point can also come in between this line. Okay, and this can infinitely increase. Okay, so here also there can be infinite number of points that can lies on a line. Okay, on a line segment, on a line. Okay, there can be infinite number of points. So if I'm having, if this is the equation 2x plus 4y is equals to 10. Okay, so how many possible values of x and y can lie? The number of possible values of x and y will gives you one value, one coordinate. For example, if you put x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 2, we'll get 2 plus 4 to the 8, we'll get 10 here, and you will get 10 as a point. Okay, you get 10, LHS become RHS equals to RHS. So when you are putting this value of x as 1 and y as 2 in this equation, you will get this coordinate, that is 1, 2. So 1, 2 will be the point that will be lying on this equation, on this line segment. Okay, if you are having another, for example, you can have another values. If you are having, let's suppose if you are having x as 3 and y as 1. So x into 3 plus 4 into 1, you will get 6 plus 4, that will get 10. So both are equal, so you can get 3, 1. So it is 1, 2, the other is 3, 1. Okay, Example, another example, if you are getting x as 0, sorry, x as 5 and y as 0, y as 0, x as 5 and y 4 into 0, y is 0. So you will get 5 comma 0, 5 comma 0, okay, 5 to the 10, and this plus 0, you will get 10 here. So both of them are going to have, so there can be infinite number of points. This is 1 comma 2, 3 comma 3 comma 1, similarly 5 comma 0. There can be infinite number of points, and this is called the solutions. At how many solution a linear equation can have, means how many possible values of x and y a linear equation can have. There can be infinite number of values x that can be satisfying a linear equation. Okay, got it? Got it? But if I'm saying that can every point lie on this line segment, if I'm asking that will this point lie on this on this line segment, we have to put the values of x and y in the given equation, and if it is okay, if it is satisfying, then we can say that it is this point lies on this one. Okay, if it is not, for example, if I ask you that this is the same equation, check whether this line is passing through origin or not. Check whether this line is passing through origin or not. So if a line is passing through origin, let's check whether this line is passing through origin or not. So for origin, we have 0, 0 coordinate, that is x, and this is y. So put the value of x in this equation, you will get 2 into 0 plus 4 into 0. So you will get 0 plus 0 is not equal to 10, because here LHS is not coming equal to RHS. You are getting 0 here, but it is 10 on the right hand side. So you are not getting 10 here. Okay. So in this equation, we can say that this line segment, the point that is 0, 0 will not lie on this point, on this line. This is not the solution of this line. Solution means the point that can lie over it. Okay. Got it?
So,
Understood?
I have a doubt. How to put the equation? I didn't understand that.
How to put the equation? How to
Yeah,
put the value?
how
How?
do you make them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can. We can calculate these values just in your mind. For example, you have x plus y is equals to 7. So there can be infinite number of values. You can have x as 3. Okay. Do it in your mind. If you put x as 3 and y as 4, you will get 7. So how many numbers can you can how many numbers that can, when you add these two, you will get 7. There can be infinite numbers. So if a
But
line
how
is
the 7 came? How the 7 came?
this will be the equation of a line. This will be given in your question, that this line is going to have this equation, and check whether this point lies on it. Okay, for example, if I'm asking that 2 comma 3, check 2 comma 3 lies on this line, on this segment of this line. Okay, that is going to have the equation on. So you will check, you will put x as 2 plus y as 3 equal to 7. So you will get 5 is not equal to 7. You will say no, this point will not lie. And somebody says that check whether 6 comma 1 lies on this point, on this line.
Yeah.
Check whether, so you will write here x is 6 plus 1, you will get 7, both of them. You will get this, yes, this point will lie. Okay, so this is the solution. This is solution, but this is not solution. Okay, got it? So there can be infinite, because
For
there can
every
be
the equation will be x plus y is equal to 7, or in the question it will be there.
in the question it will be given. Let's discuss the question, the type of question that we're going to get in examination. Let's wait a minute. Okay, let me have these questions. Coordinate geometry. For example, this type of question, that check this is true or false. The graph of the linear equation x plus 2y is equal to 7 passes through the point 0, 7. Check whether it is passing. Is it true or false? Put the value of x as 0 and y as 7. Are you getting the answer as 7?
Yes, sir. The answer is 12. It's true. First one.
First one. Yes, you can say that if it
False.
is putting 0,
It
but
will be
second
the
one,
false.
in the second one,
Uh, it will be also false.
it will be false, but this will be true because if you put as 0 in place of x, you will get 0 into 3, 0, and 4 into 3 will get 12. So this, when you put 0 in place of x and 3 in place of y, you will get 12. So this is a point that will lie on the linear equation that is given to you. Okay, but if someone asks you that, if check whether this point lies, so you will, when you put it 0, you will get 0. But when you put 7 into 2, you will get 14, but 14 is not equal to 7. So here, this point will not going to lie over here. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Now, question number, here we have this one. 3.
Sir, true. The answer is true.
Hmm?
The answer is true, sir.
Answer is true. If you have x plus y equal to 0, check whether. So yes, it is true, because if you put x as y, x is minus 3 and y as plus 3. So minus 3 plus 3 you will get 0. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. So this is the line. This line is going to have equation x plus y equal to 0. Got it? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So tell me question number 4. The graph of the line represented here, that is in figure 4.2, is going to have x is equals to 3. Is it true or false?
True, sir.
Yes. False.
It is false.
Yeah.
Alvina, you?
I say it's true, sir.
Alvina is saying true. And the next one was what's the name?
False.
Fariha. Fakiha. Yes, Fakiha, it is false. So what I was teaching you here in the previous class, that check. If I'm saying here, if a line that is parallel to x-axis, this is parallel, then if it is passing through the y, 3 of y, then it will going to have exactly the same value from which it is cutting the y-axis. Okay, that is y is equals to 3. But if I said that if a line is parallel to y-axis and if it is passing through the x, 3 of x, and we're going to have x is equals to 3. If it is passing minus of 2 of x or minus 2 of x, then it will going to have x is equals to minus 2. So check here. Here it is passing through, it is parallel to y-axis and it is passing 3 of x. So it the line for this equation, because it is parallel to y-axis and this is passing 3 of x. So the equation for this lines will be x equals to 3. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next one, the coordinates of the table is given to you, represents the sum of the solution of this equation, y minus x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. To check whether these all points lies on this equations. So if you put x as first here 0 and y is 2, so you will get 0 minus 2 and plus 2. You will get 0 minus 2 and then plus 2. What you will get? Let's discuss this question. So if I'm having this question, okay. So this is x. If you put this in the equation, x is 0 because 0 here, minus and then y is 2. So 2 plus 2 equal to 0. So you will get 2 and 2 cancel. You will get 0 equal to 0. So yes, this point 0 comma 2 lies here. Check 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 4 and 3 comma minus 5 and 4 comma 6. You have 2 minutes. Check whether these all points are satisfying this equation or not. Check it. Check it. You can write it like this way also. X is equals to x minus y is equals to minus 2. because when this 2 will goes to this side, it is +2, it will goes to that side, it will become minus of 2. Okay, so check, put this value x minus y is equals to -2 if you are getting this one, and you are putting the value of x and y. Okay, back in 1 minute. Okay.
So it is false. So are you there?
Yes, tell me, dear students, have you done this one?
Yes, sir.
Done. So should I move forward? So check.
Sir, what's the
Will,
answer?
okay, I'm just asking. I'm just writing here. If you get 1, and that is -1, minus is a formula or of the equation, then you put here 3, you will get -2. 1 minus 3, you will
It
get
is
-2.
true.
-2, so both
Yes.
are satisfying here. Okay, on the left hand side and right hand side. This point is also satisfying. 1 and 3. Now the third point, that is 2, 4. So put 2 minus and then 4 is equals to -2. So here you will get 2 minus 4, you will get minus of 2, minus of 2. So this point is also satisfying. Check 3 and 5. So 3 and -5. So you get 3 and then minus is of sign. Okay. Of this equation, this one, and then y is -5 given here. Y is -5 given here. So -5 is equals to -2. But you check here that this minus minus will get plus. So you will get 3 plus 5. So here you are getting 8 in the left hand side, but you need to bring -2 here. But this, so that we can say that this point is not satisfying this equation. Okay, got it? Got it?
Sir, I didn't get it, sir.
Let
Sir,
me help you.
we have to verify that which equation is equals to 0 here, right?
Oh, let me help you. Didn't understood. We can modify the equations. We cannot say that if every time we are just going to satisfy this equation. You can modify this equation if you are having x plus x minus y is equals to x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. So
Okay.
you can modify this equation. This equation, if you can write it like this way: x minus y is equals to, this is +2. When it goes to this side, it will become minus of 2. This and this equation is exactly same. Okay, you can write it like this way. Bring this y also to this side. You can write x is equals to -2 plus y. This and this equation is exactly same. These all three equations are same. You can also write it like this way. Okay, you can bring the y
Yeah.
to this side. X plus 2 is equals to y, because this is y is negative. Okay, then when it goes to
Okay.
that side, this will become y. So this and this equations are same. So you can check it. I think this equation will gives you more appropriate answer and will help you to check. So you can modify these equations with the help of minus or plus signs. Okay. So if you want, if you are getting confused, you can bring this y to that side. It will become plus. You can write x plus 2 is equals to y. Now put the given value of x and y. So check if you are the coordinate that is 0, 2, first coordinate. The second is 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, then 2, 4, then 3, then 3, minus 5, and then 4, 6. 4, 6. Okay, this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y, this is x, y, x, y, x, and y. Okay, now check x plus 2 means 0 plus 2 is equals to y. Y means the y coordinate, that is 2. So we'll get 2 equal to 2. So this is yes. Okay, now second, x is 1 plus 2 is equals to y. Y is 3. Okay, you are just putting the value of x and y here. Check whether they are getting, you will get 3 is equal to 3. Yes, this is also satisfying. Okay, now you'll check here again, x plus 2 is equals to y. Now put the x and y. Put x as 2 plus 2, this is 2 plus 2 is equals to y. Y is 4. So put 4 here. So check whether 2 plus 2 is 4 is equals to 4. Yes, it is satisfying. Okay.
Okay, understood, sir.
But this coordinate, that is 3, x plus 2 is equals to y, and we have 3, minus 5. This is not satisfying.
Yeah.
You can put the value of x here. That is 3, 2 is equals to y. Y is minus 5. So here you will get plus of 5, but here you are getting minus 5. So this is not equal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the last coordinate, that is 4, 2, 4, or think what is the last coordinate? What was the last coordinate? That is 4, 6. So check 4, 6. X plus 2 is equals to y. That is 4, 6. Now put 4 here in place of x. X plus 2 is equals to y. That is 4, 6. Now put x as 4, 4 plus 2, and y as 6. So we'll get 6 equal to 6. This coordinate is satisfying. Okay, got it?
Okay.
So,
yes,
so
sir.
how many coordinates are satisfying? This one, this one, this one, this one, but not this one. So the coordinate of the point on the table, that is represents some of the solutions. Okay, excellent. Okay, so no, not these are not. I mean, this is the solution. This is a solution. This is a solution. This is a solution. But this is not the solution. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Every point on the graph of the linear equation to variable does not represent us. For example, let if I'm saying let you answer the question number 6.
Sir, it's false because every linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions.
Yes, every point on the graph of linear equation in two variable does not represent the solution of the, yes, if it is every point on the graph of a linear equation in two variables, yes, no, it is false. Every point on the graph of the, if you are having graph means line, so every point on the line, you can understood this by replacing the graph word as line. Okay, every point on the line of a linear equation in two variable does not represent the solution. Yes, no, it is false. It represent. Okay, got it? Question number 7. Why the other students are not replying? Where is it? Almeida is here. It's Fakia. Do the next one. Question number 7. Rima, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Are you getting any doubt? Are you having any doubt?
Till now, not, sir.
Okay. The graph of every linear equation in two variable need to be a line. Yes, need to be a line. Okay, it's true. Not need to be a line. Yes, no, it is false. It need to be a line. Okay, so every linear equations in two variables have a, okay, it means it must be a line. Okay, got it? So now start doing this question. We are doing this question. Do question number 6. Do question number 6. Ordinate
Okay,
is
sir.
y-axis and abscissa is x-axis. Okay. Do question number 6. It is very simple. Put the value of x and y and then find out the value of a.
Sir, I got the answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Is it -2? A is -2.
A is -2. And what is your answer, Rima? Rima, what's your answer?
So, still didn't get it.
I'm still doing.
Yeah.
So how many minutes you want? Extra minutes. What do you put the value of y here? What do you put the value of y
4.
here?
3 into 4.
4. And Rima, what do you put the value of a here? X here. Rima, what's the value of x?
I put there
What?
7.
Why you put 7?
No. I'm sorry. I put 3 there.
Okay, this is 3 and then 7. Okay. Okay. So we will get 3a plus 7 is equals to 12. Okay. Now this 12 will goes to this side. Will be get subtracted? 12, sorry, this 7 will goes to that side. Okay, so this will be 12 minus 7 is equals to 3a. Then 12 minus 7, because it is plus, then when it goes to that side, it becomes minus. Okay, so this will become 5. 12 minus 7, 5 is equals to 3a. Or you can write it 3 is equals to 5 by reversing the digits from here to here. Okay, so what's the value of a? A is 5 by 3.
So
Okay,
it makes no sense to me.
you didn't get it?
Yeah.
Very simple. That is this is 7 plus here. The numbers and numbers are simple numbers are subtracted with each other, okay, or added. So if you are having plus 7, then when it goes to that side, so it will become minus, okay.
Okay.
Then this 12, you are just putting the values of x and y. Yes, you put the 3 here. Oh, you put the value of y. Y is 4 here. Y is 4, so we put here 4. 4, 3 is 12, you put 12. And then you put the a value of a x here. X is 3, so you put here 3, but you are multiplying because this is in multiplication. So 3 into a, you will get 3a plus 7 is in the equation that is given to you. So now what you will do, you will subtract this such, because 3 4 are 12. Now you will subtract, you will get 12 minus 7. What you will get? 12 minus 7, what you will get? 5. Alvina, you understood?
Yes, sir.
So you
Sir,
will get
one thing I
5.
want to ask.
Yes.
There 3a is equals 5, right? There, you on the right side. You can just transport 3 to the RHS and write 5 minus 3. And
No,
a is equals to.
no. If there are some rules, if I'm having a plus 3 is equals to 5, then it will be subtracted because it is adding here. Okay, the opposite of plus is subtraction. Okay,
Okay.
but the opposite of multiplication is divide. So if 3 is multiplying with a, so it will not get subtracted because it is being multiplied. The thing that is being
Okay.
multiplied, it reaches to the division. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
okay.
Understood.
Now you understood, Rima? Note down this
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Done? Do this one.
Sir, I didn't understand.
Okay, you understand? Nima, you understood? Find the solution of the linear equations.
Yes.
If which points which represent a point on x-axis. Okay, so you have to find out the points, the value of point. For example, this is an equation. Okay, this is a line segment. For example, it is going to cut somewhere. This is a line segment. It is going to have x plus 2y is equals to 8, let's suppose. So it will come, it will cut at x-axis and y-axis, sorry, y-axis and x-axis at a single points. Okay, so whenever it is cutting, the point where it will be cutting the y-axis, here x will be equal to 0. So the coordinate will be 0 comma y. Okay, and where it is cutting the x-axis, it will be going to have x, the value of y is 0 and some value of x. Okay, so on x-axis there is some value of x, but y value is perfectly 0. Okay, understood? So if it is saying on x-axis, it must have some value of x, but y is equal to 0. Now put the value of x as x plus 2 into 0 is equals to 8. Now this will become 0 and x is equals to 8. It means 2 into 0, 0. 0 plus x is x. Okay. So here x is equals to 8. So you are getting x is at, so the coordinate will be 8 comma 0. And on y-axis, similarly, tell me what should be the answer? Are you copying?
Yes, sir.
You got it? On x-axis, y is 0. So put the y as 0 in the equation. You will get the whatever the value, get x right in place of x in the coordinate, and then y is 0. Because you know on x-axis y is 0. Okay. Done?
So it still didn't make any sense to me.
Okay. You're not getting this one, Rima?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give you some homework today. And you practice
Me
this
also, sir.
question.
I also don't understand.
Okay, let me help
What
this
is
one
this
again.
question trying to ask, sir? I don't get it.
Okay, let me help you. This is a very simple question. So find the solution. Solution means point of linear equation. This is a linear equation which represent a point on x-axis. Okay, means you need to find out the coordinate on x-axis on which this line segment is cutting. This is the equation for a line segment. You know, this is a linear equation into variable. So it must have some line segment. So it must cut the x-axis or y-axis at some point. Any line. For example, this is not a line. This is a line. It must be cutting x and y at some point. Okay. Okay. If you are not having this line segment, if you are having this segment, so it will be cutting x-axis and y-axis at some point. So we need to find out that those point on x-axis means it will be cutting exactly the x-axis. So we need to find out that point where this line segment will cut the x-axis. And we need to find out this line the point where this line segment is going to cut the y-axis. Okay, this line segment. So you know that let me assume that we don't know the x coordinate. Wherever it is cutting, let it cut. It may cut here, it may cut here. Okay, that it may cut here. So wherever it is cutting the x, that it is cutting here, x-axis. So on x-axis, we are confirmed that y will be going to 0. And there must be some value of x. So we can assume that the coordinate will be in the form of x with some value of x, and y will be 0. Okay.
Okay.
And if it is cutting, let's suppose it is cutting here on the y-axis. So we know that on y-axis, there will be, means x must be 0 and there must be y. Y will have some values, whether it is negative of 2, negative 3. But we are sure that on y-axis, whether it is here, here, anywhere, on this y-axis, x is going to be 0. So in this, for this, you need to find out, you have to keep the value of, you need to find out the value of y. So, okay, so your coordinate will be in this form, okay, but you need to find out the value of y. And here on x-axis, your coordinate will be in the form of x comma 0. So you need to find out the value of x, that what is the value of x. Okay, whatever the value of x you get, we will, if you get the value of x is 5, then 5 comma 0 will be the point where this line is going to cut. If you get 6 comma 0, it will get minus 2 comma 0. So whatever the point comes on x-axis, every point will be in the form of some value of x and y will be 0. So just put this value of y in this equation as 0. So whatever the value you get, because you know y will be 0, 100% sure that on x-axis y will be 0. Okay, then just put the value of y as 0. 2 into 0, you will get 0 plus x is equals to 8. 0 plus x means x equals to 8. So you get the value of x as 8. So now put this, you get the value of x as 8. So put 8 and then y 0. So 8 comma 0 will be the point where this line segment is going to cut the y-axis, sorry, x-axis. And similarly, put the value of, here you see the on y-axis, x will be 0. X will be 0. Now put the same equation and put this time x plus 2y is equals to 8. Put now x as 0. And then get the value of y. 0 plus 2y means y. You will get 2 is equals to y is equals to 8. Now it is 2 is being multiplied here with y. So you will write here y is equals to 8 by 2. You will get 4. Y is equals to 4. So this coordinate is 0 comma 4. So 0 comma 4 and 0, 8 comma 0 are the coordinates on which it is cutting the x-axis and y-axis. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Got it. So when we take the, now copy this one. Note the question also. Okay.
Finished, sir.
Yes, done.
Done, sir.
Rima, you understood?
I didn't understand clearly.
Okay, let me explain you one more time. That I'm saying that every point on x-axis, the coordinate of y is 0. This is fixed. That on x-axis, we what is the coordinate? Let me explain it. If some value of x and y is called coordinate. For example, if you are having this 2 and this is 3, this is 4, this is 1. Okay. And this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay. So if I ask you that, what is the coordinate of this point? This one. So you will went to x, first x, 2, and then 3 in y. You will get 2 comma 3. It is condition that you have to always choose the x first. Okay. You cannot go to y first and then x. Okay. So this is 2 comma 3. If I ask you the coordinate of this point, so you will went 4 unit in the x and then 2 unit in the y. 4 comma 2. So you are going to have x and y values both. But if I ask you that what is the coordinate of this point that is lying here, this point is going to have the coordinate that is you went to the x Okay. And then in y, up and down, you are not moving. It is on exactly on x. So you will add 3, 0, because y you are not moving it. In y coordinate, you are not moving. It is up and down. Okay. Got it? For example, if a
Yes,
point,
sir.
what is the coordinate of this point? So you are here. You are not moving here and there. You are not moving in direction of x. So your x is 0. And then you move only 2 units to this point. Okay, so that is y. 0, 2 will be the coordinate. So on y-axis, x is 0. And on x-axis, y is 0. This is a rule. On x coordinate, y's coordinate is 0. On y coordinate, sorry, y-axis, x coordinate is 0. Okay, if I'm having any coordinate, this one. So if it is on -2, so it will be -2, 0. If I'm having this coordinate, this will be, let's say it is -5, so it will be -5, 0. And if I'm having this coordinate, what is the value of this coordinate? It is 0, 3. We always write the x's first. So here x is 0. I'm asking that what is the coordinate of this one? It is -5. Let's suppose y -5. Okay. So the coordinate of this one will be 0, -5. So every coordinate on the y-axis, x is 0, and on x-axis, y is 0. If a point is lying here, 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 and somewhere, then it must have some value of x and y both. But if it is on the exactly on x-axis or y-axis, if it is on x-axis, then y is 0. And if it is on y-axis, exactly on y-axis, then it will be going to have x is 0. Okay. Neema, you understood
sir.
now?
Yeah.
Now, what is being asked in the question? That find the solution means a point. Solution means a point of linear equation x plus 2y is equals to h, which represent a point on x-axis. So x-axis, if you are going to have, let's suppose if I'm asking that, let's say 2, 3, -2, 4 is 4, 0, 7, 5, y, 0, 2. So if I ask you that which of the point will going to lie on x-axis, which of the following in the following points, which point is lying on x-axis? Which point will lie on
0,
x-axis?
2.
0, 2. How it can lie? Because it is going to have y value. On x-axis, y is 0. So this is going to have y 0. So this will lie on x-axis. On x-axis. If I ask you which of the coordinate is going to lie on y-axis?
0, 2.
This is lie on y-axis. So on y-axis, every point is in the form of 0, something. Every point 0. But this is confirmed that this first x will be 0. And on x-axis, every point is in the form of some value of x, then y is 0. Some value of x, then y is 0. Okay. So it can be 5, 0, 2, 0, -3, 0. Okay. But this is permanent, that this value will remain 0. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
So if
Yes,
in the question it is being asked that point is on x-axis. So we know that if it is on x-axis, we put the value of y. We have to put the value of y as 0 in this equation. Now put the value of y as 0 in this equation. Why we are putting y as 0? Because it is on x-axis, and on x-axis y is 0. So when you put in place of y, this y here, you put 0. 2 into 0, you will get 0. And x-axis, you will get x plus 0 is equals to 8. You will get 0 plus x means x. And 0 is added to something. It will give you x, the same thing. 0 plus x is equals to 8. So you get 8 as x, the value of x. Okay, so 8, 0 is the coordinate of this point that will cut the x-axis. Okay, and similarly, when you put the value of x here as 0, because on y-axis x will be 0. Now putting x as 0. So x plus 2y is equals to 8. Now this is 0 in place of x, then 2y. Then we will get 2y is equals to 8. So 0 plus 2y is 0, 2y. 2y, when this 2 is multiplying, this will goes into denominator, you will get y is equals to 4. Now you understood?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is that clear? Each and everything is clear to you?